Hello and welcome to Hooray. Today we are going to learn the reading component in the IELTS test. One of the question types is paragraph headings. Let's look at what it comprises of. One has to find out what the main ideas are. You have to identify the main ideas from the paragraph. You have to search for the summarized information. And from the options, you have to pick the best option and match each paragraph, each heading. There will be more number of headings and less number of paragraphs. Let's look at some of the strategies which we need to use while matching the headings to the paragraphs. There are reading skills involved where you have to understand the general meaning by reading the introductory and concluding sentences. You have to sum up the general meaning of each paragraph into one or two sentences. Then you need to look at the headings and identify the keywords in each heading. Here comes the matching skills. You need to match obvious headings with the paragraphs. You need to write 2 or 3 headings beside the paragraph in case you have a doubt. And then you identify the differences between those headings which you have selected, and then you choose which heading would suit that paragraph best. You have to match synonyms in the paragraph to the keywords in the headings. If you still can't pick one, just keep moving on and you repeat this process until you're finished. Let's look at a sample here. There are 6 passages A to G and you have to match the headings to these paragraphs, and we can see that there are 9 headings and there are only 6 paragraphs. So you will not use all the headings for the paragraphs. Here are a list of 10 headings and you have 5 paragraphs. Let's look at the first example, which is done for you. The paragraph reads this way: the Yoruba people of Nigeria classify their towns in 2 ways. Permanent towns with their own governments are called Ilu, whereas temporary settlements set up to support work in the country are Aba. Here the answer is 5, which says types of settlements, because the words classify their towns matches with the heading types of settlements. So you see they use some synonyms and they do not give the exact words which are in the paragraph. Let's look at another 2 examples. Example 2 says, in the 19th century, most towns were heavily fortified and the foundations of these walls are sometimes visible. Collecting tolls to enter and exit through the walls was a major source of revenue for the old town rulers, as were market fees. The answer is number 6, which says historical foundations. But in this question, the word foundation in the topic, it is the topic sentence, but that does not mean that automatically you select number 6, though it is the correct answer. You consider this possibility. The heading also refers to history. So the reference to 19th century in the topic sentence tells us that the paragraph is about history. Therefore, we need to select historical foundations, and not because the word foundation is given, because the word foundation refers to the foundations of the walls. Let's look at example 3. For example 3, It says the palaces were often very large. In the 1930s, the area of Oyo's palace covered 17 acres and consisted of a series of courtyards surrounded by private and public rooms. The answer is 9, which says the residences of the rulers. The topic sentence mentions the palaces, which is where the rulers of Yoruba would likely live. And the heading mentioned the houses, which means residences of the rulers. So it is likely to be 9. Reading the rest of the paragraph confirms that the whole paragraph talks generally about the palaces in Yoruba. Don't be tricked by the word colonization as a heading. This only refers to one sentence in the paragraph, not the whole paragraph. Therefore, it is a supporting point rather than the main idea. I hope these examples have been of use to you to explain and understand how to choose the headings for paragraphs. Let's look at some of the common problems why students do not find the answers easily. One may be that there is too much of information, therefore there will not be sufficient time to read long and lengthy paragraphs. Also, identifying keywords may be a challenge for some people. Some headings may have similar meanings, so there may be two headings which give similar meanings, and that could cause confusion for people. Another challenge could be that the answers are not in the same order as the paragraphs. Reading only one sentence could be a challenge, and having a time limit per question is also one of the common problems. Let's look at some of the tips and techniques to address question type matching paragraph headings. You need to read, understand, and identify. Under reading, you need to read the general meaning, skim through the text, and if there's a doubt, you read the rest. To understand better, you need to focus on the overall meaning. Understand the idea of the passage, not the individual words. You need to identify keywords and the differences in two similar options. Look for synonyms and identify signifying words and verbs. Let's take a look at some of the general tips which would help you in answering this question type. You need to read a lot, be a voracious reader. Learn the skill of identifying keywords. Build up your lexical resource. Be strong in your vocabulary. Learn new words and their meanings and usages every day, which would definitely help. Learn to inference the meaning from a paragraph. You need to question the text. Learn words and speed reading. You need to do a lot of research in a library, for example, to learn different subjects. And you need to read with fluency using a progress meter. Learn to also listen to a lot of readers, which would help you to understand information better. Look at the sight words in the paragraphs and in the list of headings. With this, we come to the end of this question type, where you match paragraph headings with the paragraphs. Have a good time learning. Thank you.